Okay.
Hi, Uni here. I am going to start doing a series of my keto favorite desserts that have worked really well and are delicious, easy to make, but also repeatable and also something that I actually crave to eat. So I've already started the process of making no churn keto chocolate ice cream. And I started in a saucepan that I heated over medium heat using a full can of coconut milk. I get this case in Costco, and remember that it's full fat cream, full fat coconut milk, and it's unsweetened. You use the whole can, you put it in the saucepan over medium heat, you keep stirring with a whisk to mix in the xylitol. So I use 2/3 cup of xylitol and then a 1/2 cup of baking cocoa, which I also get at Costco. And so then you mix it all together over medium heat. You put about a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. And you just put the xanthan gum a little bit at a time. This recipe is from Num Num. And I found that this recipe works super well where the ice cream is not dense like some keto ice creams are, because the secret ingredient is alcohol. So you do put vodka to prevent the freezing, and also and then the xanthan gum gives it that creaminess so that it's not so hard packed like full cream can do. And it's supposed to be a no churn ice cream recipe, but I'm actually going to churn it because I do have an ice cream churner. So I'm gonna, after I heated this up and I mixed it all in, making sure that there's no lumps or bubbles, you let it cool down completely. And I'm gonna put this base first into my ice cream maker, and then I'm going to add the cream to mix in, because first time I made it, I added the cream by accident because I thought I was supposed to cool it. But then I ended up having a lot of cream on the side. So I'm going to try and mix it better by doing it that way. So then when I mix that in, I'm going to add the 2 cups of cream, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 tablespoons of vodka. So let me get that vanilla. There you go. Okay, and so let me get my churner. So I have the Cuisinart ice cream churner. I froze my insert overnight. It's fully solid. It actually froze a lot faster than I thought it would. And I'm just going to dump this in because I want this to hit it first since it's not cold, so that it fully blends the ice cream. I'll put that rest in a minute. And then I have 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, and I'm going to start churning it. It really depends on how long you want to churn it, but I'm just gonna let it go for a little bit. It's kind of loud. I'm just gonna start churning it and mixing it. I'm gonna put a little bit of vanilla, really just a teaspoon of vanilla. And get some vodka. You only need 2 shots, but you can always add more. You could also make it a Boozy. Boozy ice cream too, if you want it, but let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and put it's 2. I'm gonna put another maybe half, just so that I get that good creaminess. So I'm gonna let that mix. And because I've just been a big fan of the enlightened keto version of their fudgesicles. So I love the popsicle on the stick and how easy it is to just kind of open one up and have a quick treat. But, you know, there's a lot of packaging involved in that, and after a while, $1.25 for an enlightened ice cream, it gets kind of pricey. So I thought, oh, why don't I try this mix with my Zoku? So I'm gonna put it in my Zoku popsicle makers and see if I can't make or recreate Enlightened's fudgesicle with my own. I'm gonna mix that rest in so it's mixing nicely. And this portion is just, it's probably a little more than even a pint of ice cream. And a pint of ice cream, if you got a keto ice cream, it's, you know, $5 a pint, right? But then it's not even, it's not creamy, you know, you have to wait a long time for it to defrost and cool down. But in this case, you don't have to wait as long because it is actually very creamy. This is actually a really great recipe from Num Num. Okay, so we'll be back when we get this fully churned, fully chocolatey looking, and then into our popsicle maker. So now I'm going to put the mix into my Tovolo ice cream tub. As you can see, it's a lot more than a pint of ice cream. This actually holds 3 pints of ice cream. Okay, so I'm going to put the mixture, I'm going to turn off the ice cream maker, and I'm going to remove the mixing attachment and bring the tub over to the other tub. I'm just going to scrape off the extra ice cream from the stirrer. And using my spatula, trying to get as much of it as possible. Then we're going to, after we put the whole mix into the tub, we're going to freeze it for several hours, and then we will have ice cream for days. And in my case, 1 day. So now, Now, I just want you to take a look at what the ice cream looks like inside the mixer and see it's smooth, it's not solid. So you can see that it's thoroughly mixed, that you have all the chocolate mixed in. And then just pour it all out into the tub. And it's not completely full because I did only use 2 cups of heavy cream. So, you know, this is not going to be a full 3 pints of ice cream, but it's going to be more than just 1 pint of ice cream. So, but this is a great tub from Tovolo to help store your keto ice cream. And so we're just going to try and scrape off as much of the mix into the tub, and then we're going to freeze it. So welcome back, and we had kept our ice cream in the freezer in our little Tovolo ice cream case. And you should always allow it to defrost just a little bit, just so that it gets a little soft, because the cream makes it super thick and it tends to be very dense, and we don't want to have that density in our ice cream. We just want to have like a creamy ice cream. But you know, because of the alcohol, it does spoon out smooth. And so let's go ahead and scoop a spoon of that. And This was originally almost full, but so it didn't make a lot of ice cream, but as you can see, we've enjoyed it. So go ahead and scoop that as well. See how rich the chocolate is and how dark it is, and because of the vodka that you put in, because of the alcohol, it doesn't freeze ice like ice, right? So, but if you let any condensation inside your container, you're going to get a little bit of ice particles. But if you allow it to sit, to defrost a little bit more so that it'll get more smooth, and those little ice pieces, they'll melt, and it'll just make your ice cream super smooth. So let's go ahead and taste it. That is so good. It's chocolatey. It's like dark chocolate, sweet with no aftertaste. So there's no aftertaste of the erythritol sugar, or the xylitol sugar, and it was recommended to use xylitol, especially for ice cream for some reason, but I think also because it tastes like as sweet as regular ice cream, right? And this is like, I think 2 grams of net carb per serving, and it's so amazing because you can have your treat and still stay keto. So if you found it to be super helpful, like the page, and I hope you like the video, and we'll be cooking again soon. Thanks.